Hey everyone, and welcome back to the IMS Hustle. Today we're looking at jobs that could completely change your life, and you definitely gonna want to stick around to the end because I'll be sharing my exact strategies on how you can actually land one of these remote opportunities. Now, let's be honest, the remote job search can be very exhausting. You're scrolling through hundreds of postings, sending out applications, and a lot of what you see are the same low-paying customer service gigs over and over again, and it can feel like you're fighting for the scrap. But today, we're going to change all of that. I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you 5 different remote jobs from real powerhouse companies. And we're going to be looking at everything from amazing entry level roles that get your foot in the door to a 6-figure management position. So we'll go through the job descriptions so you can actually see what they're really asking for, what the pay is, and how you can actually get one of them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bounce right on to the first one. All right, so kicking us off is a role for anyone who has a passion for traveling, kind of like me. I'm looking at this position that they have available for a travel sales agent with World Travel Holding. Now, this is going to be the nation's largest cruise agency, so you know that they are a major player in the game. First, let's look at the overview. They're looking for someone who thrives on building strong client relationships, closing sales, and driving repeat and referral businesses. Now, in plain English, they want you to be a friendly, trusted advisor who helps people plan their dream vacation. So really, what's in it for you? So let's go ahead and check out what they actually have to offer. So the pay, it says the average first year earnings are around $40,000. And this comes from a guaranteed base pay of $15 an hour or performance incentives, they say, whichever is greater. Now, that guarantee is going to be key. It provides a safety net while you build up your sales. And then for the training and equipment, they offer paid training and provide you with the computer and headset that you actually need to do this job. Now, that is going to be a huge plus, saving you hundreds of thousands in startup costs. And then the benefits and perks, right? So you get full benefits after 90 days, plus the really fun stuff like deeply discounted cruises and access to travel agent rates. You can actually live the life that you are actually selling, which is not too bad because I would love to do that. Now, as far as the responsibilities for this opportunity, you're looking at handling about 1 to 2 inbound calls per hour. That ain't really bad. These are people calling you to build relationships and book their vacations. You'll also manage your leads, make follow-up calls, and use their system to keep everything organized. So it's a sales role, but it's built around really helping people, right? And then finally, the qualifications for this opportunity is as follows. Now, they want you to be reliable and able to work a full-time schedule. So the training schedule is fixed, but after that, your shifts will vary. So it's flexible. And it's really important that you are flexible as well. So the biggest thing here is they're asking for a minimum of 1 year in a sales role. And that's basically it. Now, if you have any experience building relationships with customers and have solid communication skills, this is going to be that incredible, accessible way to really turn your love of travel really into a full-time remote career. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out that next bonus opportunity. So next up, we are going to be leveling up to the premier market. Now, this is going to be for a reservation sales and support agent position. Now, one of the most famous names in luxury cruising. Now, right away, right? The job description basically tells you that this role is all about delivering exceptional service and driving revenue through expert guidance. Now, this is going to be for a high-end brand. And so they need people who can actually represent that with White Star service that they are actually known for. Now, as far as the responsibilities of this position, you'll be converting inquiries into booking by recommending itineraries and onboard experiences. So this is part sales, part travel consultant. You'll also be the go-to person for questions and resolving issues, all while maintaining their premium brand standard. Now, really, what does it take? Now, under the requirements, as you can see for this opportunity, they list a strong understanding of cruise products, but don't let that stop you, right? They also emphasize skills you already have. So excellent communication skills, sales, and negotiation, problem solving, and the ability to build rapport. And they really need someone who can learn quickly and stay calm under pressure. Now, if that's you, this might be the job for you. Now, as far as the pay for this opportunity, the description lists a base hourly range of 16.35 to 22.07. On top of that, you get fantastic benefits, including the one everyone wants, which is cruise and travel privileges for you and your family. Now, this is another role where you actually can get paid to share your passion, but in a more specialized high-end environment. Now, with that being said, if sales is not for you, or you don't want to work for travel or cruise, that's completely fine. Let's go ahead and check out that next bonus opportunity. All right, so job number 3 is with a company called Trust and Will, and they're on a mission to really help families with online estate planning. So this is going to be a member support specialist role, and it's perfect for someone who is empathetic and an amazing communicator. Now, the About You section is key here, right? They want someone with experience delivering best-in-class consumer experiences. They're the first point of contact for their members, so you really need to be able to listen, investigate issues, and really provide thoughtful solutions. Now, let's look at the role itself. Now, your day-to-day really is going to involve providing high-quality support through live chat, email, and phone calls. So you'll become a subject matter expert on their products and estate planning in general. So this isn't just a job, you're helping people with one of the most important decisions of their lives. And what qualifications, you may ask, that you actually need for this opportunity? Well, they want a thoughtful communicator with a passion for creative problem solving. They list experience with tools like Zendesk and G Suite, which are standard in many office jobs. And the schedule is Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, so it's a stable 9-to-5 style remote job. Now, as far as the compensation for this opportunity, you're looking at a salary for this position of $28 per hour, plus you get an employee equity package. So that means you own a small piece of the company you're really helping to build. They also offer flexible time off and a $500 work from home stipend, and that ain't really bad. And a fantastic health benefit as well. So this is going to be a significant step up in pay for a support role and comes with incredible, incredible perks. Now, let's go ahead and check out that final bonus opportunity before we dive into that main gig with FedEx and check it out. Now, our fourth job is going to be a customer support specialist role at a company called Second Nature. Now, they built a platform to make the experience of renting easier for property managers and residents. Now, the role objectives are simple and powerful. Deliver an unforgettable customer experience and really resolve customer issues with a customer-centric approach. So I do want to go ahead and break it down for you as far as some of the things that you're going to be doing in your day-to-day. You'll be the friendly voice on the other end of the email, call, and chat, and that's going to be a big part of the job, which is creating triple wins, making sure that the residents, the property managers, and the investors all benefit from their service. Now, you'll be aiming for high customer satisfaction scores by being proactive and great at solving problems. Now, as far as the preferred qualifications, what they are looking for from you is someone who has that 2+ years of experience in customer service. If you worked in any role helping customers, you're in the running. Now, they also mention experience with Salesforce and being able to handle emails, calls, and chats at the same time. Now, as far as the compensation, as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, it's $54,000 a year. Now, this is going to be for that full-time, non-exempt position, meaning you are going to be eligible for overtime. Now, for a customer support role with a clear path and a great mission, this really is a solid, stable income that allows you to work from anywhere in the U.S. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out that final opportunity with none other than FedEx. All right, guys, now for the one that you have actually been waiting for. Now, we looked at some amazing roles, but this one is the one that shows you the 6-figure potential of working remotely. So this job is with none other than FedEx, and the title is going to be Manager Enterprise Strategic Program Management, and that is a long title. Now, I know, again, like I said, that title is going to be a mouthful of corporate jargon that makes your eyes glaze over. And it sounds complicated and maybe a little boring, but this is where the goal is actually hidden. Let me go ahead and break it down for you on what it really means. Now, as far as manager, right, you'll be a leader, you're in charge of a team. Enterprise, you're working on projects that affect the entire company. You're in the big leagues in this position. And then strategic program management. Now, that is going to be the master conductor. Now, when they say the master conductor of this position, that's when, the CEO has massive ideas like launching a whole new service. You're the one who actually oversees all the moving parts. Now, IT, marketing, finance, operations, that really make this idea a reality. And they're looking at the essential function. So this is that high impact leadership role. You're a thoughtful leader and a strategic consultant, meaning you are paid to think and advise senior leadership in your role. Now, you'll oversee budgets, managing risk, and report directly to executives on how these huge multi-million dollar projects are going. You're not pushing papers, you're actually making critical decisions. So, what does it take to actually do this position? Now, they ask for someone who has 5 to 8 years of experience in program management or strategy consultant. But don't let program management scare you. Have you ever managed a big project with lots of moving parts, launched a new product, rolled out a new system? That's program management. And you just need to frame your experience in their language. And now on to the money part. As you guys can see, right in the job description under pay transparency, they list the range. This role pays between $9,208 and $16,575 a month. Now, let me go ahead and repeat that. The top end is over $16,000 a month. So that's nearly $200,000 a year. That is life altering money. So it's almost 4 times the salary of a typical remote job. And we're talking about the kind of income that actually lets you eliminate debt, build real wealth, and secure your future all from your home office. Now, here's the tips on how to land these jobs. Now, okay, seeing a job pays nearly $200,000 a year can both be exciting and intimidating. So, how do you actually go from watching this video to landing one of these roles? And it really comes down to a few key strategies. First, tailor your resume for every single application. Don't use a one-size-fits-all resume, right? Read the job description and find the keywords they use, then incorporate them into your resume. Now, for that FedEx job, if you manage a big project, you don't just say that. You use their words. You have program management experience. This is how you get past the automated system and in front of a real person. Secondly, focus on your transferable skills. Now, as far as the position that we saw with Carnival, their job wanted cruise knowledge, but they also listed excellent communication and problem solving skills. Now, if you've been in any customer facing role, you have those skills. Highlight them. Show how your experience in a different industry directly applies to what they need. Don't let a lack of industry specific experience stop you from applying. Thirdly, right? So showcase your impact with numbers. So instead of just saying what you did, show what you achieved. Don't just say responsible for customer support. Say resolve customer issues with a 95% satisfaction rate or reduce response time by 20%. So numbers prove your value and show you're a results oriented person, which is exactly what these high paying companies want. And finally, don't get scared off by a fancy title. I went ahead and broke down the FedEx role for you, and enterprise strategic program management just means you're a leader who manages big, important projects. You probably already have that experience, and the key is to decode the corporate language, reframe what you've already done, and apply with confidence. So there you have it. 5 incredible remote jobs from accessible entry-level role that lets you share your passion for travel all the way up to a $200,000 a year leadership position at a global company. Now, the whole point of today's video was to really show you that the remote work dream is not a lie. A whole universe of high paying, rewarding careers exists beyond the typical low wage postings you see everywhere. Now, the key really is to know where to look and what to look for. You have to be willing to look past those boring titles and really decode what these companies are truly asking for. Now, you have the skills, you have the experience, and it's time to stop fighting for the scraps and go after what you really are worth. I hope this opened your eyes to what's possible. If it did, please hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on for more videos just like this one from Diamonds Hustle, and drop a comment below letting me know which of these jobs surprised you the most. I read every single one. Now go get what you're worth. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye.